Not all plastics are created equal. Every bottle you pick up has a small triangle with a number inside. But are they really as harmless as they look? Recent research has uncovered something even smaller and potentially more alarming. Let's peel back the glossy label and explore what's really going on inside that plastic bottle.
This video is made for educational and informational purposes only.
Everywhere you go, the gym, the airport, the car, or even your bedside table, plastic water bottles are there. Crystal clear, perfectly shaped, and seemingly harmless. They're the ultimate symbol of convenience. We grab them without thinking, trusting that they're safe. But are they really as harmless as they look? That question is beginning to echo louder than ever, and for good reason.
More and more wellness experts, health researchers, and health-conscious individuals are starting to completely avoid plastic bottles, and the reasons are worth understanding.
The chemicals that could be leaching into the very water we drink, and the tiny plastic particles we can't even see. So today, let's peel back the glossy label and explore what's really going on inside that plastic bottle, and what you can do about it. Let's rewind for a moment. It wasn't always this way. A few decades ago, bottled water was almost a luxury, even unnecessary. People drank from taps, carried canteens, and used glass bottles for milk and soda. Then came the marketing revolution. In the 1990s and 2000s, bottled water became a lifestyle statement. Brands sold us images of pristine mountains and untouched springs. They promised purity and health in a portable form. Polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, became the hero material. It was light, cheap, durable, and easy to produce. Convenience culture took over, and suddenly bottled water wasn't a luxury, it was the default. But as we embraced the convenience, something important got left behind: the question of safety. Not all plastics are created equal. Every bottle you pick up has a small triangle with a number inside, the resin identification code. For most single-use beverage bottles, that number is 1, PET or PET.
It's considered safe for single use, but here's the catch. Some studies suggest that when exposed to sunlight, heat, or significant wear and tear, PET bottles may release trace amounts of chemicals, including antimony, a substance classified as a possible concern by health agencies, into the water.
PET bottles can start to leach chemicals like antimony, a toxic heavy metal, and phthalates, substances known to interfere with hormones. Now, this doesn't mean you'll get sick after drinking from one bottle, but repeated exposure, especially when bottles are reused or left in hot environments, begins to add up. And that's not the only concern. Recent research has uncovered something even smaller and potentially more alarming.
In 2024, researchers at Columbia University published a study reporting that a single liter of bottled water may contain an average of 240,000 tiny plastic fragments, most of them nanoplastics. While this is one study and research is ongoing, the finding has prompted wider scientific attention.
Yes, you heard that right. The very water meant to keep us healthy might be carrying microscopic plastic particles into our bodies. Of course, microplastics are everywhere, in the air we breathe, the food we eat, and even the oceans we swim in. But bottled water stands out because it's a controllable source, something we can actually change in our daily lives. So, what does science actually say about how these plastics affect our health? The biggest concerns are two types of chemicals, BPA and phthalates. BPA, or bisphenol A, is commonly found in reusable sports bottles and water cooler jugs made of polycarbonate. That's number 7 plastic.
It's classified as an endocrine disruptor, meaning it may mimic hormones in the body. Research suggests this could potentially affect metabolism, brain development, and reproductive health, particularly with repeated exposure.
Phthalates, used to make plastics flexible, are also endocrine disruptors.
Dr. Leonardo Tresande, a researcher at NYU Grossman School of Medicine, has published studies suggesting that even low-level exposure to these chemicals may be associated with lasting health effects.
The World Health Organization has also weighed in, acknowledging that microplastics are present in drinking water, though their exact health impact is still being studied. Their advice? Take a precautionary approach. In other words, don't panic, but be smart. So, how do we be smart about it? Let's talk about identifying safer bottles and making better choices. When you buy or use a reusable bottle, look for the label BPA-free. Most single-use bottles don't contain BPA, but reusable ones might, especially those marked with number 7 plastic. If you can, move away from plastic altogether. Stainless steel bottles are one of the best choices, specifically 18/8 or 304 grade stainless steel, durable, non-reactive, and free from chemical leaching. They also keep drinks hot or cold for hours. The downside? They're a bit heavier and more expensive, but they last for years. Then there's glass, the cleanest and most inert option. It doesn't react with water, it doesn't retain odors, and it offers the purest taste. The only drawback is fragility, though modern glass bottles often come with protective silicone sleeves. And finally, food-grade silicone bottles. Lightweight, flexible, and travel-friendly. They're BPA-free and collapsible, though some can retain odors if not cleaned well. The key is to buy from reputable brands that certify the material as 100% food-grade. Of course, life isn't always ideal. You can't always carry enough water with you everywhere you go. So when you're traveling, commuting, or out for long hours, here's how to stay safe and be practical. First, always try to refill your own reusable bottle from a cafe, restaurant, or water station. Second, if you must buy bottled water, choose one in glass. It's the healthiest option. If that's not available, aluminum bottles or cans are the next best thing. They're opaque, recyclable, and shield water from light. Plastic should be your last resort. And if you do buy it, make sure it's from a cool, shaded shelf, not one sitting under direct sunlight. Drink it, recycle it, but don't reuse it, and definitely don't leave it in a hot car. In today's world, avoiding plastic completely is nearly impossible. The goal isn't to live in fear, it's to live with awareness.
Science is still uncovering how microplastics and chemical leaching affect our long-term health, but many health experts suggest the precautionary evidence we have is reason enough to make smarter choices.
The real danger isn't that one plastic bottle you bought last week. It's the habit of daily exposure, the quiet buildup over time. By simply switching to a reusable bottle, you cut down that exposure dramatically. And the impact doesn't stop with you. It ripples outward. Every refill, every avoided plastic bottle helps reduce the waste that clogs our oceans, harms wildlife, and lingers on our planet for centuries. So the next time you reach for a bottle of water, remember, the smallest choices often make the biggest difference. Choose awareness, choose sustainability, and most importantly, choose your health.
This video is for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Always seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider regarding any medical condition or treatment.